Hello and welcome to the Who the Hell Hacked My Roblox Account podcast.
Russians.
I am your usual host, Joe Scornbrace, and I'm joined here by my good friend Tony RT, and welcome to the Inbetween podcast.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah, so who actually did hack my Roblox account?
Are you asking the whole internet?
If anyone has any information and would like to come forward with information about who hacked my Roblox account,
yeah, we've taken hostage our local police station. We're doing a press conference. Please come forward with information.
Literally, I made an Instagram the other day, and then within a day, it had already been my email address had already been changed. I was like, what the hell? By some Russian email. I have no idea why though. Someone in Russia instantly hacked into my Instagram and changed my email address for some reason.
I can't tell you what's going on.
I don't have any pictures on it, and I don't have any followers, so I have no idea why someone would try and hack into my Instagram account.
How would they actually try to do it? They just try
I don't know. I don't know how they had my password.
Yeah, I think that's what you should be more concerned about.
I'm more concerned that the second I create an Instagram account, somebody got access to it.
Yeah, I think someone has your password somewhere that you're using.
Well, I changed because it sends you an email notification if someone changes your email address and says, "Was this you?" So yeah. I changed the email address back and I changed the password to a different one. But
don't use that password again.
Don't use the same password in all of your.
Unless you don't care about the site you're putting it in, which is what I do a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I have one that I just use all the time. That's not that. It's easy to remember for me, and it's
they say that stuff about credit cards as well, because if one person leaks your credit card, then everyone leaks your credit card. Because that's one of the main reasons for cryptocurrency. Because last week we'll talk about it in a bit, but we're talking about Bitcoin. I said I wanted to know more about it, and I'm very knowledgeable about Bitcoin now. I've watched quite a few videos on it.
I still feel like I need to learn more.
Yeah.
There's still more to learn.
Yeah, there's still way more. I think I was looking recently, they had a dip in the value of Bitcoin. It's gone down a bit now because of a deal or something.
That's what caused it to go down. I was a bit unsure of what made it go up and down.
Mm.
To me, it seemed quite stable. Just keep going up, but people thought it was a good idea.
Mm.
I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I still think people keep trying to buy Bitcoin, the actual company, I think. But
who's trying to buy that?
I don't know. I don't know how stocks and stuff works, but I know how Bitcoin works now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what have you been playing this week, Tony?
Mainly Minecraft, I guess.
Minecraft, right?
That's what I want to talk about.
What's the mod called?
Age of Engineering.
Age of Engineering Minecraft.
Yeah, I noticed when you were searching for that it was you want Age of Empires, right?
Yeah, I want it. That's what I said. It's AoE, isn't it? Is this a picture?
Yeah, that's the picture that you see when you load everything. That's not a real picture.
We could have this guy's Let's Play done.
If you want.
Electrical Age. That's another mod apparently with shaders. That's not anything to do with Age of Engineering, does it?
I don't. It might be, but I don't think it is. I think it has a different name when you get into mechanism.
Right, let's check out this guy's Let's Play. Let's get this on the screen. Here we go. I'm gonna have a bunch of fucking tabs open, but here we go. I'll switch the screen now. Ooh, that wasn't meant to happen, but here we go. Age of Engineering. Anyway. Yeah, so
too powerful. But yeah, it's a mod pack, I guess, of you start off from base. You start from Stone Age and then go through you try and get to each age. It's more and more complicated crafting recipes, and you need the meat requirements before you get to the next age, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm in the second age, working my way to the third age, pretty close to the third age though. Which I think is the empowering age.
Yeah, check out Jason Plays Modded Minecraft if you
want. If you do, I don't know. I don't want to say this guy's bad or anything. I just maybe go. I'll check this guy out. I was watching.
Why are you shit talking Jason Plays Modded Minecraft?
I'm not. I'm just saying I haven't watched his stuff, so I don't know what.
Shall we look up Jason Plays Mod? I found this image on Google Images. What I type? Age of Engineering. I typed this in and I'll just show you quickly. We wanted this image, but then we couldn't get to it because it was a broken link or something. So we clicked on
It's not a real image, apparently. It might be a deleted image and just the thumbnail remains, probably.
Jason's Dedication is the name of the channel. Let's give it a quick watch.
Hello everyone, hello and welcome.
It doesn't sound that bad, actually, as an intro. Who's Nick?
The executive producer.
Do they mean editor? Or do they... I'm a bit confused with that.
Is he using a texture pack, or is this what it looks like?
No, he's using a texture pack. He's using like a... Maybe like John Smith? Nah, it's something else, but like the UI reminds me of John Smith. But yeah, those are all of the ages you can see there right now.
Yeah, so it's like you add a tech tree to your own Minecraft, but this adds a tech tree.
Yeah, this is like a real tech tree, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And
but you're saying Direwolf 20 has videos on this?
Yeah, that's where I learned about this.
Okay.
It really confused me because it said like, oh yeah, Direwolf AOE episode 1.
I don't want to get copyright strikes.
No, that's
Sorry,
not.
Jason. We are kind of advertising his.
I feel like he has way more views than we will get.
Well, he definitely does.
I'm not sure.
Jason, hit us up with the shout out if you're listening to this. Maybe I should set. Can you still send people YouTube messages? I don't think you can anymore.
No, they removed. You know, I actually thought about this yesterday. Actually, like that's really coincidental. But I was like, do you know what they did though? They went, oh yeah, we're gonna add Google Plus integration into it, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is remove the messages, but we're not gonna warn anyone about it.
Yeah.
We're going to just remove all those messages. So if you had friends and you weren't subscribed to them on YouTube, like, no, your message is gone. You don't know how to get in contact with them.
They don't exist anymore.
Yeah. It's like, yes, I'm definitely going to use that new thing you just forced me to use and talk to no one I know because you didn't keep the messages.
Well, I wanted to
That's
send.
so
I wanted to
stupid.
send a YouTube message to Idiotech the other day because he hasn't uploaded in like 4 months, and I was wondering where he went because he made like fantastic reviews on video game reviews on YouTube. And I went onto his page and saw he had a Twitter, and apparently, like, he's been not making videos because his dad was very sick and he recently died.
Yeah, so he was
sad.
by his bedside basically.
Yeah, so hopefully, Idiotech gets better and he starts making reviews again because I loved them; they were fantastic.
Yeah, they were really good.
But yeah, anything else you want to say about Age of Engineering?
Don't play it if you're new to like modded Minecraft. Like play
Is it
Tech or
hard
something.
is there like a mod pack for it in one of the launchers, or is it?
Yeah. It's through the Twitch app, so it's like
What?
And then it's basically through Curse, right?
Yeah.
So there's a mod pack you have to search through Curse.
And then you launch it through the Twitch app.
Yeah.
Because Curse isn't real anymore.
And then because Twitch app is actually like going through the actual process that Minecraft and Microsoft and Mojang want you to play Minecraft mod packs through, it then opens up the Minecraft launcher. Then it says like, "Oh, you've got this Forge version selected."
Wait,
then you then press play.
Is it the C++ version of Minecraft?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I don't know if you know, but like way back, like we used like FTB, the Technic launcher and the AT launcher we used to use. Like none of those use the way that Mojang wants you to use Minecraft mod packs.
Can you pass me those tissues or I'm going to be sniffing all podcast?
You bloody sniffing.
Yeah. Oh. I don't want to sniff on the podcast because that's going to be unbearable.
Well,
I got a bit of a cold at the moment. You said you were a bit sick as well.
yeah, my voice has gone better. But I've got a lot of water with me, so I'm okay. What was I saying?
You talk about Age of Engineering and the version of Minecraft that they want you to use.
Well, no, it's like the three things that I said like we used to use. Like it just launches it straight into like it just starts instantly launching it. What Mojang wants you to do is like open up their new their window so like they can actually authenticate you properly.
Yeah.
And then you launch it through that, which is what the Twitch app does.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. But I mean,
and you died.
Yeah, I was feeling kind of ill last night. Well, I was feeling better, I guess, but I was just talking to you, and it's like I just jumped in some lava, as you do.
Died.
Luckily, there's gravestones in this mod pack, but I just jumped in some lava. Don't do it; it's bad for you.
I remember one time I was playing like modded Minecraft, and I walked over a block, and as I was walking over it, there was a block gap, and I looked down, and there was lava below it, and then I just got onto the next block, and I felt my heart skip a beat, like I was actually going to die.
Yeah. I remember my first interaction with a skeleton. That made me jump.
Yeah.
It still makes me jump slightly to this day if I get attacked by a skeleton I did not realise was there. Like any mob, actually. Like, if it just jumps out of nowhere. Like, I honestly think you could make Minecraft into, like, a scary horror game quite easily.
Right, so that's what you've been playing this week, is it?
Well, there's other stuff, but I already talked about it last time, so...
Yeah. So I have been playing Warframe this week.
Yeah, and we talked about this last time, actually. But...
So we talked about the MMO kind of open world update it was getting, but I've actually been playing the game for a bit now. I found my old account, which was made in 2013, and now I put my Twitch Prime stuff on it because there was a Twitch Prime bundle, so I was trying out the Frost Prime Warframe, and can I just say, as someone who's a new player, this game is so confusing.
Well, you're a new player. You weren't a new player technically, because you have...
I started playing in, like, 2013, which was, like, around the time it released.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25th of March, 2013. So, a lot of the features that are in the game now didn't exist.
And I asked you, like, how confusing is it for a new player? Because I've always, like, looked at Warframe and went, I might want to play this one day. But I just look at things now and go, what the hell is going on? How do you start playing this?
But it's kind of like modded Minecraft, where a lot of the time you'll just be spent reading a Wikipedia page to try and figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Because I'm collecting all this stuff, but they don't have like one currency. Like there's gold. It's like
loads of crafting currencies.
Stars, credits, crystals, all that sort of stuff, and you have no idea what any of them actually do. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time reading Wikipedia pages trying to figure out what I'm doing. I've just been going through like missions, so there's like a story mode as well. Now, my main complaint with Warframe initially when it came out was that all the levels design were very repetitive.
Yeah, you could see that when they first came out.
Like it was just like, this level is a spaceship, this level is a similar spaceship. But I think it's a bit more...
it's less corridor and more, they've actually got more assets now. It's
less repetitive now, they've done way more different environments. I think recently they redesigned Earth, because originally it was very basic, but they've redesigned it to now be more colourful and different environments, which is nice to see.
I find it so weird that, we just redesigned Earth.
So I put quite a few hours into it now, and it's quite fun. It's one of those games where I like playing with friends. I definitely say it's quite fun to play as like a co-op shooter.
20% of the achievements.
20% of the achievements?
Yeah.
I don't know how I've done that, but
they're maybe just basic achievements.
Yeah, I think it's just like reach level 1.
Okay. Just play it for some amount of time.
The leveling up system's really weird in this game. Like, your Warframe levels up as you use it, and then each individual weapon levels up. Like, there's
like Ratchet and Clank.
Assault rifle levels up as you use it, the pistol levels up as you use it, and your sword levels up as you use it.
So it is just like Ratchet and Clank, huh?
Kinda. They don't level up on themselves.
No. Each type levels up.
They don't like change. They just do more damage, basically.
Oh, okay, right.
And then also you level up as well. You have an overall player level.
Yeah.
And then I found out that to get to the next level, you then have to go through a challenge.
Okay.
And it sets you against a bunch of enemies. So, like, my challenge was I had to kill a bunch of enemies with the pistol in an allotted amount of time.
Basically, it's its own level with its own challenge. You have to then get through to actually level up. Not just have the XP to level up.
If you have a higher overall level, you get access to more weapons and more warframes and stuff.
Okay.
And then but you can only try the challenge once per day. So you have to make sure.
If you fuck up, you fucked up for the day.
I think it's like a time getting thing, because I think eventually you'll get to such a high level that it'll just keep you playing the game by making you repeat the challenge over and over again.
Yeah.
And then there's there's also mods for all of your weapons, all of your
this is what confuses me hugely.
Well, you have like a limited capacity of what you can carry, and then each mod has a number, which is like how much energy it requires.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to mix and match what you want. Like, do you want more power? Do you want more weapon damage? Do you want to play like a melee character?
Yeah.
So yeah,
and I guess early game you just have to go with what you can afford.
But no, I've been playing that a lot. I've had a lot of fun on it. I definitely recommend.
Can you play by yourself?
Yeah, you can play by yourself.
Okay.
You can even set it up so you can play by yourself.
Oh, okay.
Because usually it by default it puts you into a group with other people.
I don't want to do with other people.
But there's an option to make it so only friends can join, and then there's one where you can have only solo play. But I would say the game is definitely a lot easier and better with friends, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't want to play with randoms.
Yeah, you can make it friends only.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I think Warframe's really fun. I think if you play it too much, it's kind of like one of those
It's too
Diablo games where
Okay.
it's kind of grindy and it can get repetitive if you play it too much. But I think occasionally just hopping onto Warframe with some friends and just doing a couple
hours.
missions is like quite fun.
How long is like a level or a mission or
It depends.
like
The
some
mission?
long, some short?
Some are infinite because there's like different types of missions. So there's like wave defense missions.
So just how long you last. The better
Yeah,
you
there's
get.
like hostage rescue missions. Then there's
Okay.
just like standard missions where there's like go to this objective, kill this person.
Yeah.
I'd say I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, maybe. I
What?
don't know.
An average, like 50 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes
Okay.
to 20 probably.
That sounds like it's emulating like multiplayer games like lengths.
What, like a MOBA length?
Or even like Call of Duty like FPS length
Mm.
of games.
I know that Ben Brode recently said in an AMA about Hearthstone that the average game length at the moment is about 7 minutes, and they're quite happy with that.
What?
The average game of
That's
Hearthstone
quite
right
short.
now is about 7 minutes.
So that's including all the long waits from people just want to do
Yeah.
stuff, and that he doesn't see that as a problem.
No, I don't think.
I don't know. I think it's
don't
slightly
think 7
longer.
minutes is a bad thing, though.
Yeah, but no,
Depends.
but if it's taken into account like if you could look at the stats and like the average wait time that people have to wait per turn across
Well,
everything.
every player gets around. I think it's a minute and a half every turn.
Yeah.
So that's around. Say one player kept skipping, one player kept using up their whole turn.
Yeah.
So it was like fucking I don't know, Handlock versus Pirate Warrior or something. That would be like they would get to turn 7 and the game would be over.
Yeah.
Which is pretty accurate actually.
Okay.
Well, it used to be that turn 7 the game is over, but I think it's like turn 4 now against Pirate Warrior. I don't know.
Then you know if you've won or not.
We'll have to see what the new expansion brings. I'm interested to see that.
I'm not hyped for it, but I am interested to see it.
There's like the pre-expansion loops happening right now. At the moment, people are really disgruntled by the balance of the game and how expensive it is.
Yeah.
But now the new cards are coming out, so we go back into the loop of, oh, Hearthstone's new and interesting. Oh, these cards are really cool. Then these cards are too powerful. The game's imbalanced. I can't afford these cards. They're too
Yeah.
expensive. Oh wait, a new expansion's coming out.
Yeah.
We're in the expansion cycle now. So the next game I've been playing is Heroes of the Storm. I actually am a big fan of this game, and my main problem with it is the player base. I find it hard to actually get my friends to play it, but my friend Matt and me recently have been playing it. You may know him from the wrestling episode. He's
Yeah.
not here today,
He was supposed to be.
but he is at work because he
was
got called in.
Yeah.
But I can just put this on in the background while I talk about it. I don't think we need the sound.
No, you can go and watch this yourself if you want to. You're just going to skip to the good part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Stukov from Starcraft.
He is a really cool character in both.
Or is he in Starcraft 2? I don't play that game.
He's in the second the first expansion, I guess, then the Zerg expansion to the second game.
Oh, okay, yeah. Heart of the Swarm, is it?
Yeah, or Heart of something.
There's like Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an RTS fan, but I like the Starcraft heroes in Heroes of the Storm because they're fun to play.
They're really cool. Like I think Starcraft has some really cool characters.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
way more than like that. To me, they're more memorable than like Warcraft and even.
Really?
Yeah, to me, like I remember them far more.
I
Than
don't know.
Than even.
I think
Diablo.
the most memorable characters from Starcraft would probably be Kerrigan,
Yeah.
Tychus,
Yeah.
Raynor.
Starcraft man himself.
Yeah, there he is at the moment. Those would be the most memorable. Oh, Abathur and Zeratul maybe.
Not Nova.
Nova for sure.
Yeah. Everyone plays from what I see Nova whenever I see videos.
But you're
of
saying
Starcraft.
they're more like memorable than like Illidan or
to me,
the Arthas, the Lich King,
Arthas is the only one that comes close from what in my mind to them.
or Thrall.
Yeah, only
The
Arthas
War
comes
Chief.
close to me.
Okay.
Like everyone else seems kind of more boring to me.
Really?
Yeah, like Arthas, I think is really cool. Like he has a great,
Hmm.
he's a great story. He has like a great backstory, and he looks cool as well, though, which really helps.
There was a really tragic backstories in
Yeah.
Warcraft, like Illidan, betrayed by everyone, misunderstood,
Yeah,
betrays them, and then like Arthas getting corrupted by the Frostmourne and his
I don't
revenge.
think Starcraft characters are any different. Like pretty much everyone has a bad upbringing,
Yeah.
so I think that's just a Blizzard thing.
That's just like Blizzard Stories 101.
Yeah, they need to have a really dark backstory so we can relate to them.
Well, if I just show the full Blizzard trailer in its entirety, am I going to get sued by Blizzard? That's the
Who
real
knows?
question.
It's got no sound though, so it'd be slightly harder.
Whoa. Hang on, what's the transformative property? I'm adding my own spin to it. If Jack's Films can do a frame-by-frame analysis of the Emoji Movie trailer, I can talk over the fucking Heroes of the Storm spotlight.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
you've been playing a lot of it.
I recently just purchased Stukov because he's a legendary hero, so he's like 15,000 gold.
Okay.
And he's really fun to play. He's quite hard to play, but he's a very fun support, I find.
So you recommend him?
Yeah. I played Butcher a lot recently because he was on free to play. And I did not realise for the longest time the Butcher was actually an assassin.
Yeah, he's big and chunky.
Because he's like this big, like, beefy guy, and you're like, oh, he's a tank. And then he runs at you and one-shots you, and you're like, what the fuck is this character? But a lot of his like tankiness comes from his ability to CC. His ability to heal, which means he's very susceptible to CC.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he runs at you, he brands you, and then he heals off hitting your brand for a bunch of health. So, like, if you ever against like a Butcher, this is why I like playing all the characters, because you learn how to play against them. Because for the longest time, I had like a lot of problems playing against Butcher. But the best way to play against him, wait until he charges at you, and then CC him. Or I think some people can interrupt his charge, like Kel'Thas's E can interrupt his charge.
Okay.
Going behind a gate interrupts his charge, and he just keeps running into the gate infinitely and can't stop himself. But yeah, having a lot of fun with that. I was playing Genji as well. Genji's busted. Genji's really strong. Yeah, he controls it. He controls quite like he does in Overwatch, like dashing in,
Just top down.
shurikens. Yeah, it's always weird to play because like StarCraft and Warcraft characters, you played them from like top down,
Yeah.
from like Warcraft and StarCraft.
To me, when I
Di-
see the StarCraft
Diablo
characters-
characters as well.
Yeah, so when I see those
Um,
characters here, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
But then you go to like the fucking Overwatch characters, and it's so weird because in Overwatch they only have one ultimate ability, but in Heroes of the Storm they always have two abilities. So it's always
Right.
interesting to see what the other ultimate is compared to Overwatch.
Their alternative ultimate.
So what are we
The
talking about?
alt.
Oh shit! I can't show that.
Why is that still open?
Yeah, that shouldn't get. Don't sue us, Nintendo. I showed it for 5 seconds. Hang on. This is the actual image for Nintendo, the Super Mario Odyssey gameplay. We showed it for half a second. Fuck off, Nintendo Content ID.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get ID.
You think we're gonna get flagged for that?
I think. I don't know.
If we
Maybe
do-
not. But
If we do, then
we can't monetize it.
pray to a new god. We
Yeah.
don't monetize the podcast anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so we'll talk about what we've been watching this week. Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Do we talk about the episode we just... I was going to... Because when I wrote this, I was going to talk about the first episode, the premiere, but we've both watched the brand new episode 2 as well.
You can talk about both. Like, I know you really want to get off your chest. What
So
happened
hang
in
on
the
a second.
first one.
We're going to be talking about Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert for the Game of Thrones new season episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, so our biggest fan, Scum Retorts,
Yeah.
has not watched Game of Thrones, and he's going to wait until he's
Scum
not...
retorts. Go to the next timestamp.
I don't think there's any intention of actually watching it at any point, but
I'm always trying to get... Some people just don't want to watch Game of Thrones. I don't know why. No matter how many times I recommend it, they'll be like, I'm not, I don't know.
do you give a reason why? Like, it's not my thing.
I think it's usually just I'll get round to it at some point. But the thing is, it's it's so long now.
Yeah.
I know, like Sips, he always waits for the new season to come out and then watches it on aeroplanes.
How did you not get spoiled like instantly though?
I don't know. Not everyone spoils Game of Thrones.
No, but I don't get spoiled like that because I always like sometimes like when I was at university I had to wait until like late the next day, and then but I wouldn't get spoiled because I don't like go on like all these websites that would spoil it.
I would definitely get spoiled.
I don't have an internet presence, as you noted yesterday. I don't have an internet presence between specific times of the day. I just don't exist on the internet. I absorb stuff on the internet sometimes during those times, but I don't have an internet presence on those times.
The thing is for me, because like most of my time is like, if I went on Twitter, I'd be instantly spoiled. So I can't go on Twitter, which I do a lot. I couldn't go on Twitch, because Twitch chat spams spoilers like crazy.
Anything with like lots of people, like you can't read YouTube comments.
I might not be able to go on like Reddit either. No, or 4chan, because they like spoiling that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's many places you could go. Like Imgur, I guess, would spoil it as well quite quickly.
Yeah.
So, but I don't use any of those things often. So.
Yeah.
And especially now I'm a bot on Twitter.
Like,
I can't do anything.
I have to try and avoid like social media if I miss like an esports match and I don't want it spoiled and I want to watch like the VOD for it.
Okay.
Sometimes, because like sometimes I'll just go to bed and I'll watch it the next day.
Yeah.
But then if I open Twitter, there'll be like a bunch of people talking about it that I follow.
Well, at least it isn't like a popular sport like everyone watches and you get spoiled like on the radio.
Do people spoil things on the radio?
Formula 1 and things, they go, oh, if you've missed it, this person's won. It's like, I recorded it so I could watch it. Like,
okay. Anyway.
No, I don't do that.
What about Game of Thrones right now, Tony?
Well, I'm waiting for you to come with your crazy conspiracy theory.
I don't know if I can say the crazy conspiracy theory without Matt, because he's half of the crazy conspiracy theories. So let's just talk about how fucking weird was it when Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones?
Very.
Because I just heard someone sing and I was like, ooh, that's a beautiful voice.
Yeah, I know.
Who's singing that? And then it just pops over and it's just fucking Ed Sheeran in a full suit of armour. Well, he wasn't in like a full suit. Like,
there's Lannister armour.
Yeah, let's get a picture of Ed Sheeran. I didn't want his age, but okay. Ed Sheeran. Game of Thrones.
Do you just want images?
Is the price of Brexit more appearances by Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones? What the
Yes.
fuck does that even mean? Yeah, that's the image. That's the image we wanted.
I don't know, the one on the far right
This
at
is
the top.
I want this to be like the fucking podcast image, actually. That's way better than any image I could have created. Which one did you want to...
No, just this one here is ridiculous. Like, what the fuck's going on there?
Ed Sheeran appearing in Game of Thrones, but not being brutally disemboweled was very disappointing. Apparently the internet did not... Well, there's him as the mountain. There's so many of these images.
People have gone absolutely
apparently people weren't happy about his appearance in Game of Thrones. They thought it was really out of place.
Was it?
Well, they even, like...
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. He had a Twitter account, and like after he appeared on Game of Thrones, he like deleted his Twitter account.
But what's that? I don't actually understand what their complaint is. Like what? He basically. If you didn't know who he was, he's basically another character. That like a minor character.
Yeah, but like all of the characters in Game of Thrones like are usually like really rough looking. They usually have like beards and stuff.
I guess. Yeah, but he's a bard, so. He's allowed to not look like that.
He's a soldier, though.
Yeah, but he wants to be a bard.
I guess it makes sense that he's a Lannister soldier, because I feel like they would be...
To be fair, all Lannisters we've seen so far are mostly smoothly shaven.
Yeah, apart from Tyrion, who's gone evil.
Yeah, but he was smoothly shaven. Now he's not anymore because he doesn't care. Well, he doesn't care about his look.
Can we talk about Jaime's armor? Jaime's armor in the newest episode is so fucking cool. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see it. It was really cool, yeah. You can try and find an image of him.
Yeah, I'll try because he has these massive shoulder pads now that look really cool. I I don't think it was these. He's got new armor.
Yeah, it's not. It's more red than the new armor.
Yeah. Because, like, usually he's just, like, dressed in, like, this.
Yeah, but then he changed because he's not a part of that anymore. He doesn't need to.
Oh, it's like this. There's, like, his battle armor. He wears this, in, like, in the throne room now. Because he's got, like, giant lion's shoulder pads now. Yeah. I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I think it is really cool.
No, but I basically, as soon as Ed Sheeran appeared on Game of Thrones, me and Matt started shitposting about how Ed Sheeran is the Lord of Light. And he's like, Ed Sheeran, ginger hair. Who else is ginger? Fire. The Lord of Light.
Hang on. What do you mean fire's ginger?
Red hair. Red fire.
I'm not sure that's how fire works.
We just started talking about theories about how Ed Sheeran is the Lord of Light and that him and Podrick are going to save the world.
I'm just saying that I think there's a tenuous link here.
I still stand by that Podrick Bane is one of the best characters in Game of Thrones.
He's a good character.
And it was like episode
I'm always
1,
scared that he's going to die.
Brienne of Tar, she was beating up Podrick. He was pretending not to know how to fight because he's actually the greatest warrior of all time. So what happened in episode 1? Khaleesi went to Dragonstone.
At the end.
Oh, we got Sam's pot changing simulator.
Oh, the what's the word? Like the montage of him.
The
of
chamber
him almost throwing up.
Yeah, like our friend Martin said, he was watching it with his dad, and his dad had to do that when he worked at like
really.
Oh, people don't. It made him feel sick. Apparently, they could have cut that down a lot, and they even in the new episode they showed like I think too much Sam just walking around with books.
I'm at this point where it's like he's basically come from a minor character to a main character. I'm not worried about him dying anymore. If that makes sense.
Excuse me.
You
think being a main character makes you safe?
Safer. So I feel like before I was like, oh, is he gonna die like in the north? Like obviously I haven't read the books. Like I don't read. Let's put
We're
that
off
out
the
there.
books now, I think.
Yeah, I think we are off the books. Like it's far beyond it and changed when it is still like the same.
Well, because like so the first episode we saw the Hound with the men without banners that are following the Lord of Light, and in the books. The bannerless men are actually led by Lady Stoneheart, which is a resurrected kind of zombie Catelyn Stark.
Yeah, that's not real anymore.
That's not in Game of Thrones though.
That would have been cool though, I think. But I think this is still a cool thing they're doing with them anyway.
Because if you haven't seen it, I think it's Alt-Shift-X. Alt-Shift-X is a YouTuber who makes videos on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And he talks about different theories about from the books and different people's theories about how it's going to work. I enjoy his.
He's actually read all the books.
Yeah,
that's
the image we need.
The podcast image.
Yeah, so we saw the dog. We saw him because he actually dug a grave.
Well, technically, he's not the Hound anymore. Like, he doesn't use that as a name anymore.
So in the books, he's called Gravedigger.
Yeah. Because
he becomes a monk after he meets those people when he becomes Gravedigger. And originally he was people had a theory that who was it? Someone went up for their trial. When Cersei went up for her trial against the Faith.
Yeah.
They were going to nominate... the Faith was going to nominate Gravedigger.
Oh, to fight.
To fight Cersei's champion, which of course would be the Resurrected Mountain. So it would have been like...
You were disappointed
It would have been the Monk Hound versus Zombie Mountain.
So you were disappointed when the Faith decided to change the law so you couldn't
use a
trial
champion
by combat.
Yeah. That would have been a really cool fight, though, to see Zombie Mountain versus Gravedigger Hound.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still going to happen.
Yeah?
Because we move on to the latest episode, where like the other people that really want to kill the Mountain, they've basically... Their plans have been scuppered. So I reckon it's going to have to be the Hound that will do it.
When we talk about Euron Greyjoy now, so in the books, he's actually like a super pirate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this, but he's actually like a super charismatic eye patch wearing pirate. And in like the previous season, he was pretty boring, but they've kind of added some flair. Like in the first episode where he's talking to Cersei, he had like eye makeup on, I think, and he's a lot more out there now, I think, which I kind of like.
I like his.
I want to see like a crazy charismatic pirate.
Yeah, I think that's what we all want.
Yeah.
I was saying before the podcast like started, I was saying like I actually think like the combat scenes in Game of Thrones where there's ships involved are some of the best combat. Like some of the best action. And I don't know why, but they're just really good at pulling that off. And I just think that it looks really good. I can't remember the last like actual ship battle scene was now though.
God.
It must have been ages ago. Yeah.
The last one I can remember is the Greenfire one. What's it called? Where Tyrion gets all the green fire and shoots it at Stannis the Manasseh ship?
Stannis yeah, he got the wildfire.
Yeah.
Or pig shit in their tongue.
Oh, so we get to see Jon Snow going to talk to Daenerys now to try and get the
dragon. Yeah, that's
stone,
like you want to watch the next episode. That's when he's going to be talking to her. That's what we want. That's what everyone wants to see.
What do you think about Sam cutting off fucking Jorah Mormont's skin in order to cure his grayscale?
I like that it went into someone eating some food, like...
Yeah, it was Harriet. Was it Harriet eating a pie?
Yeah. I'm glad they cut that short, unlike the other montage from the previous episode that went on for way too long. But yeah, that was good. I think overall it's been a strong start to a season, I think.
Well, she's going to go back to Winterfell now.
Yeah, she's on a U-turn.
She's not going to King's Landing to murder Cersei anymore.
It's like, oh yeah, the Boltons have Winterfell. It's like, no, they're dead. What? Must be quite a revelation to her.
The ship battle between Euron and the Dawns and Theon.
Yeah.
What's the girl's name?
I don't know.
That's so cool that Theon's ship is just like chomps down
and
fucking squishes that guy.
Yeah, I think they have like a lower thing that can like bash. I guess they just go directly head on, get them ensnared on it, and then they just like bring down a thing that just
boarding ram.
Yeah, and just smashes everything. It's like, well, if you're gonna build a ship, you might as well make the front reinforced, right? If you want to do that, and if you're a crazy charismatic pirate, then that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I want to know the engineer who designed that.
But they're like,
good
hey,
idea.
I'm going to kill your sister. And Theon's like, no, I'm out. See ya.
No, time out, I'm out.
I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm going.
For that reason, I'm out.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there, though. That's confused me.
I think that's mostly what we've got to say about Game of Thrones.
I think so.
Anyway, so the next thing I've been watching is... I watched the first episode of Castlevania on Netflix. And it's weird, because someone was asking me the other day, it was like, is this anime? And I was like, I don't know, what constitutes anime? Like, because in Japan, anime is just anything that is animation, basically.
Yeah.
But this, it looks like anime, but I don't think it was, it's not in Japanese. And
so it's animation, but it's not anime.
I don't think it was made in Japan either, it was made in Texas.
Yeah.
So it wasn't made in Japan either.
Besides even just like what makes like a cartoon, anime. Yeah,
it definitely looks very like.
But it's not. You wouldn't really call this a cartoon, really, either, though.
No, it's an animation.
Yeah, that's all we know.
Which anime is short for?
Yeah, but in Japanese.
I don't know, but it's not got any.
I'm not entirely clear.
There's no like fan service in this.
Okay.
It's just like an actual legit dark cartoon, like R-rated sort of animation, and it's really good from what I've seen.
You said it's got not that many episodes.
So I was watching episode 1. I was talking to my friend Martin about this, and he said, "Oh, you're like halfway through," and I was like, "Well, I've only watched the first episode." She's like, "Yes, you're halfway through." I was like, "How many episodes are there?" They're like, "Oh, there's 4." I was like, "What?" So it's actually like super short,
and each one's like an hour long.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. So, yeah. It's pretty good from what I've seen. Definitely I'm going to watch the rest of it. That's just one thing I was watching. Another thing I was watching this week was Preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2. Definitely very funny. one thing that keeps me watching this show is you just get these crazy, ridiculous scenes where there's like action and blood and gore and everything, and then Cassidy will just come along with his one-liner quips, and it just keeps me watching the show. The guy who plays Cassidy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's a great character.
Mm. But yeah, it's got kind of crazy in Preacher where they're going to hell, and the hell machines have broken, and Arseface is making friends with Hitler in hell. So, anyway.
A great story.
We'll go on to the first piece of topic.
Actual news.
Quick news. Our boy Sean Day9 is hosting the Dota International. Sean Day9 plot.
Sorry?
That's his surname.
Okay. I thought you were just dropping a plot in there.
Once again, they will be having the newcomer stream. So if you're someone who's interested in watching the International but don't know anything about Dota, you can definitely watch the newcomer stream. I've watched it myself, and it is quite good. So yeah, check that out if you're interested in Dota or interested in learning about Dota, or you're just a Day 9 fan.
Do people do that? Go, I don't know what he's hosting, but I'll go and watch it because I just love Day 9?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, but I like him, but I don't watch everything he does.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say 90% of people probably wouldn't, but there might be some people out there who do.
Go and watch the newest Day 9 thing he's doing.
Anyway, so we're going to be talking about Nintendo. And as you know, our good friends over at Nintendo have very strict content ID. So this is the anti-Nintendo content ID.
There's quite a bit of Nintendo stuff, actually.
Have we ever talked about what this image actually means? Because we always
used
it.
We've used it, but we haven't seen it while we're talking about it.
If you've never seen the BBC television series Red Dwarf, it is a comedy sci-fi series from, I don't know, was it 80s, 90s?
I don't know.
It was a while ago. But it's this very funny sci-fi series.
All I know is that the end of this season, which is season 6, is close to the point where the actor for him goes into the Tomb Raider film. That's why he wasn't in the next season very much.
Oh, right.
Whenever that happened, that's about when this episode was, but the rest of it came a lot before
Anyway,
then.
this is the episode called Legion, where they meet an alien called Legion, and they're very impressed by all the different things that he has, and they have to try and eat food with these like rotating forks and knives, and they have no idea how to use these. They're like telekinesis cutlery, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
they're trying to win him over.
Yeah, so he's showing them his pieces of art that he has, and Rimmel walks off to the this piece of art over here, and he says, "What's this?" And he says, That's the light switch."
He's like, "Oh, I can't buy it."
I can't buy it then. He goes, "No, I needed to turn on the lights." So the idea is that is a switch, and we're usually talking about the Switch when it comes to Nintendo.
But not this time though.
That is the fuck off Nintendo Content ID Switch.
Yes.
Which is also a Red Dwarf joke.
Yeah.
So if you watch the Red Dwarf out there, you'll get that joke.
I think if you haven't, you should
definitely watch it. It's fantastic, very funny. But
skip
anyway,
season 8 though.
We got Super Mario Odyssey gameplay. I almost showed it, but we can't show it because of
every time we talk Nintendo, we're like, "Oh, let's get this." Like even when I'm editing or we're doing it like this, and it's like, "Oh, let me just get some images from Nintendo," and it's like suddenly there's like, "Wait, hang on, we can't do this, can we? Because we're going to get instantly ID'd." Every time I've accidentally done it, we get ID'd.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been copyright striked by not Nintendo.
There was one thing. It was like a racing game. If I remember correctly, I used like a trailer. And can I just say that
was it Dirt?
It might have been Dirt. Content IDing a trailer is the most nonsensical thing I can think about content IDing. I don't understand. Surely the reason why you made the trailer is so the most number of people can see it. I don't understand. What were you thinking?
What were you thinking, Nintendo?
Or Dirt?
They have such backwards business plans. I feel like we're supposed to be talking about Super Mario Odyssey. We're just talking about how fucking awful Nintendo.
I think we should though, because we've never talked about Nintendo being really bad in their content in their business practices. Really, we just talk about their products, but they have really bad business practices. Like they're actually really bad.
Yeah, I mean, they are innovators with like Joy-Con controls, like them and the Valve with the Vive controls have really made some really, I don't know, interesting controllers.
I think their design teams and like their actual people that actually make content are good. Like that's fine, but it's like the people who are actually in charge of it are like complete idiots and do really scummy things. And I don't know why people allow Nintendo to get away with this in some cases. I'm not saying everyone does. Like, obviously,
Anyway,
Total Biscuit doesn't let him get away with it. Neither does Jim Sterling.
the Nintendo Switch is getting Super Mario Odyssey this year, and we saw gameplay from the Deep Woods, which looked quite interesting.
Very weird. You can control a tree. I was confused, but I mean, I think everything with Odyssey is confusing, weird, but cool.
I think a Molydeux tweet at the end of the podcast has to do a Super Mario Odyssey as well.
I'm going to get content ID'd for that, aren't we?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope not. Yeah, they look quite interesting. There was like a hidden zone you could go to as well. Very Zelda-esque, almost.
It's not hidden anymore, though.
It's not hidden anymore. You said you were worried about them showing too many zones and the secrets in those zones.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's like I'm at the point where I'm like, this game already looks interesting enough. You don't need to show any more. But they've actually shown like loads of zones, like from when they first announced it. It's like, I know quite a lot of zones. Unless there's like loads and loads of zones in the game, which I can't imagine there can be, but maybe there is. I'm just worried that they are showing everything, and there's nothing to surprise me if and when I get to play it. So I might stop watching the new trailers that come out for Mario Odyssey.
I feel like I do that with films as well, actually.
Yeah, I do that with films. I've watched the teaser and that's it. If I like the teaser, it's like I'm not going to watch any other trailers.
I feel like they slowly started showing more and more from films, and it's always way too much now.
Yeah.
We saw a bunch of trailers, actually, recently from Comic-Con. We saw like a new Defenders trailer and new Thor Ragnarok trailer as well.
Which both look quite good.
Anyway, I thought it was just a short topic, but we thought we'd bring up the fuck off.
Well, there is another Nintendo section. There's the Pokemon Go, but
well, that's more Niantic than
Pokemon I guess, but it's still Pokemon.
Anyway, next.
But we'll get on to that later.
So we're going to talk about Bitcoin now. The steep decline in cryptocurrency market has made it so miners are now dumping their GPUs on eBay. So I was saying a month ago when Ethereum reached an all-time high of $300 before recording another high of $400 a short while later, more and more miners jumped on the cryptocurrency bandwagon in hopes of making some extra dough. And maybe even eventually striking it rich, as some early adopters of Bitcoin did. But since then, Ethereum has fallen in value, declining to a low of $133 over the weekend. It's currently trading to $170 to $180.
I think it's interesting that it does fluctuate. It's starting to fluctuate now.
So Ethereum is like one of the more popular cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
So people were to kind of jump on Ethereum to try and to kind of match the Bitcoin kind of success.
Yeah. But now no one can do it to get any money.
Well, the thing is,
now
mining Bitcoin like destroys GPUs. So now that they're saying, it might not be that profitable, they're like dumping the GPUs onto eBay, which is like a real problem now. That when you want to buy secondhand hardware on like Craigslist or eBay, you used to be able to get some quite good deals, but now all of them are like just worn out from like Bitcoin mining.
Yeah.
So I said last podcast I was going to talk about like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin a bit more because I had I had actually like learned a bit more about it.
Yeah.
You can divide a Bitcoin.
Yeah, we did discover that.
I discovered that
into
it
like
goes
a million
into
pieces?
a million units.
Yeah.
And each individual unit can be used and programmed to be unique.
Yeah.
So you can program a unit of a Bitcoin to be used for a specific task. So you could program a unit of Bitcoin to be used as kind of aid or like medical aid. So if you sent like
charities and things.
Yeah. So if you sent a Bitcoin to someone as medical aid, they can only spend that Bitcoin as the what you've programmed it to do,
Mm.
and you can even program bitcoins to come back to you after a certain amount of time if they're not used.
Yeah.
And it's even better for businesses when you're kind of cutting up budgets. You can say only this can be spent at this vendor through bitcoins.
Yeah.
It's quite because
Just limits it like
yeah,
by default with its own settings, basically.
and it's also helping with inflation as well because there's no inflation on cryptocurrency because you own the keys to your Bitcoin, so the bank
Right.
doesn't look after your currency.
Oh, they're not trying to invest and get their own money.
Yeah,
and,
they're not trying to like, that South Park clip where Stan hands in the $100. He's like, and it's gone.
We've invested.
The government isn't gambling with your money with Bitcoin, basically. So that's quite interesting.
I think it's interesting. Like, do you think like in the future, like eventually, all money will be kind of maybe not like Bitcoin, but like cryptocurrencies, like because like you don't really need to gamble it for like the currency to work. All you need for the currency to work is like things to change hands and there to be a scarcity of some kind with it.
Mm.
Like, do you think it's going to be the thing that will eventually replace normal money once we realise that we don't need normal money?
I think the government's going to keep fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
This, but at the moment, like some people have had like their access to money frozen, like Julian Assange of like WikiLeaks.
Yeah.
The government made it so he couldn't receive any donations. They said to like PayPal and the credit card stuff said he can't receive any donations, and they were trying to like cut off all like money donations to try and smoke him out and politically censor things like whistleblowing through money. But the thing is, you can't stop Bitcoin from going to him, so
because no one controls it.
WikiLeaks takes in a lot of like Bitcoin donations now, and there's no way to tell where Bitcoin has come from or gone. It's encrypted.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Someone I think it was like a Super Bowl game or something. They held up a sign and it said, because when you have Bitcoin, you can have a unique code that people can donate Bitcoin to.
Mm.
So someone held up a sign and said, "Hey, donate Bitcoin to here," and like he made like thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin just by holding up a sign on television.
What?
People just decided to donate to him.
Why? Who? I don't
It was
understand.
just some guy at Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I don't look at a guy and go, oh, it's like someone put like a CR code like a big game. Like, oh look, I'll scan it into my phone and then do what it says. That doesn't make any sense to me.
What's it called? The network of miners create. They create the network that validates all of the Bitcoin transactions that go on. Once you become a Bitcoin miner, you keep a log of like all the Bitcoins you mine.
Oh, it's everyone networks together to help.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Because that way, if someone tries to use hack into Bitcoin and use malicious Bitcoin, the system would stop that from happening. I'm trying to remember what it was called, because it's called blockchain. I think it's called.
Oh, okay, right.
Because that's quite interesting. So I was talking about it with my dad, and he said that something that when he works at his software company, it was one of like his tasks of something he wanted to learn was how blockchains work.
Right. It is really interesting, actually, blockchains. Like, it's something
because it's like a database distributed across like a bunch of different computers.
Yeah.
And they each have their growing list of records called blocks, which is like a timestamp. And then you can check the records against each other. And by becoming a Bitcoin miner, you are joining the blockchain.
Yeah,
basically.
so every miner increases the number of things to check
every
against.
person who joins the blockchain increases the security of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Just like the Geth from Mass Effect 2.
I have never played Mass Effect 2, so
no,
that could be correct.
They network together to make themselves smarter, basically.
Anyway, next topic up is itch.io. So itch.io updates their refund policy following fraudulent game sale scam. So unscrupulous jerks taking advantage of the open marketplace. We've got an article here on PC Gamer. in the wake of the incident, itch.io has updated its refund policy, which founder Leif Corcoran said was extremely out of date. It now states, itch.io will process refunds on request if the purchased item cannot be run, some other issues prevent access to it, the purchase was made by accident, or the product does not resemble what it was advertised. For technical issues, we will put the buyer in touch with the developer first to try and resolve these issues. Please contact customer support with your purchase information if you need to make a refund request. For products selling third-party external keys, e.g. Steam keys, we may require the seller to confirm cancellation of the key before a refund can be processed due to itch.io's inability to disable access. Contact support if you have any questions.
I think the only thing I have to say about this at the start is like I don't know why they kept this. Like, surely they must have realised that keeping it open in such a way would have allowed for scammers to use it in that regard. Like, you have an opportunity open for it, people will use it.
Because itch.io, there wasn't a lot of oversight.
No.
Because a lot of people were just uploading fraudulent games. Some would just not work. Some would be uploaded without permission. Some would, be like fake games. They wouldn't be what was advertised, sort of thing. It's kind of a free-for-all, kind of like early Steam greenlight before they've done this update system.
Well, before like the curation system on Steam, it's just like a big open thing of this thing is just in your face and just tons of bad or fake games on your feed.
But it's nice to see they've got a refund policy now, at least, because it is the bloody law to have a refund policy, especially if you operate in the EU. EU consumer laws say you have to have a refund window for any purchase made.
Yeah, which is why we like the EU, because they actually care about the individual person, not just huge companies, like other countries like.
Anyway, I've played some games on itch.io. They mainly do like indie games on there, right?
I've bought a game some time ago on itch.io.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know of a city building game called Avon Colony.
No, I'm not.
I bought that through that and then put a Steam code onto Steam.
They have like a launcher as well, don't they?
Yeah, they've got a launcher. I've got the launcher. But unfortunately, it's now redundant to me because I can just play Avon Colony on Steam now. So
I feel like with most companies like popping up with their launcher, it's like, if it's available on Steam, what's the point of getting it on here? Apart from,
do they care though? Like, if they're trying to like do it through sales and things and try and get more money through that, like. If say like they did that and then every single one of their games on their service also had a Steam key, they would still make money because it's being competitive with Steam.
Yeah, I guess.
So they wouldn't necessarily have to care.
That they could give Steam keys as well. So.
Yeah, so I think that's the power of itch. It's pretty good like that.
Yeah, but
so they're still like itch still have taken money from me. So
the only thing I'd buy games on would be Steam. Blizzard, because Blizzard doesn't let you buy your games anywhere else.
You don't buy EA games.
And Battle.net, not particularly.
No, I do, so I have to go through Origin.
So, GOG, because they have like the DRM free, which is actually a real service. And then they have an optional GOG Galaxy client, which is really good.
Yeah, the GOG client is actually really good.
Yeah, we talked about they recently updated it.
Yeah. It's only getting better, really.
Anyway, the next piece topic was Titanfall 2 is getting a PvE Horde mode. I think it's free as well. But I'll have to double check. Maybe I wrote that down. 4-player co-op TF2 lives again. I don't know if it's free actually. Maybe I should have looked that up.
It looks cool though. I will say that. I really do like Titanfall 2. I've never played it though, but I've watched people play it and it looked really fun.
I bought Titanfall 1 and I really enjoyed it. I heard Titanfall 2 is even better.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 looks a lot better.
Had a way better like single player story campaign.
You mean it had one?
Yeah. I mean, they kind of had like a training thing on Titanfall 1, but it really wasn't.
That was just basically like training map with bots.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing. But this is really good though. I assume they're just about being profitable with this. Like, if they're able to make these things, or they trying to like. They're not profitable. They're trying to make it profitable with this.
I'd definitely say Titanfall 2 is probably profitable by this point.
Because people seem to still like it. Like, it's been quite some time. It came out at the same time as like Battlefield 1 and things, but
Yeah, EA really fucked over Titanfall 2 with the release schedule.
yeah, but people seem to be talking more about Titanfall 2 than Battlefield 1 at this point. So
Yeah.
I assume it's done well. I hope it's done well because it looks
Remastered
really
map
cool.
for free, it says.
Well, from the first game.
New town map free.
It's definitely a game I need to eventually put money into and actually get. Because it does look really good. And EA, can you stop fucking over like Titanfall? Because it don't release it at the same time.
Me. I think so.
Oh, buy TF2 now. Yeah.
Yes, I said TF2 lives again. So they started advertising Titanfall 2 as the anagram TF2, and I'm like, I'm fairly sure there's already quite a well-known game called TF2, maybe owned by Valve or something, that
People seem to
might confuse people.
Yeah, people might be playing it already.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so that's cool. I read on like Reddit, people were saying like, "Oh, I'm big fan of Titanfall 2. I'm definitely gonna go back on it and play the Horde mode with friends."
Okay, so people are still playing it then.
Yeah,
way more than Battlefield 1.
Well, I think they maybe took a break recently, and then they heard this update, and they're like, "Oh, I can go back on it now and play it with my friends."
Well, I hope it's still profitable because it looks like a great game.
So Blizzard unveiled the first 7 Overwatch teams, which is pretty cool. I'm really interested to see how the Overwatch League goes overall. We have the one team I did know is Immortals. They're quite a well-established esports team now. I think they started up last year or the year before. They're not that old, but they now have they now represent LA. And
they bought LA.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That
makes more sense if you know what's going on.
I know the CEO Noah Winston. He seems like a quite smart guy. He does like a lot of like videos talking about different stuff he does with Immortals. I know he's done like a TED talk and stuff about esports. But yeah, I just thought I'd briefly mention this. I'm interested to see how this turns out. I won't go into each individual owner and stuff, but there's no European.
Yeah, I noticed that. They've got some in Korea, one in China.
There's no Europe teams.
Most in America, no European teams.
So
what's up with that?
We'll have to wait to see if they announce any more Overwatch League teams. But yeah, I'm interested to see this. I want to see. I want to see how this turns out when it's finally like airing and stuff. If it's similar to the CS:GO League. As like that.
Well, it's a good idea though. It's interesting, so we do want to see more of it.
Yeah.
In that regard.
So our good friend Ark has a price increase. If you don't know Ark, it's Ark quotations paid DLC before release will give you a sheep for vote survival involved.
I thought it was just Ark survival involved. I'm misinformed.
We've talked about them before for having paid DLC, but while the game was in early access, we've talked about them for vote brigading the Steam Awards by offering a sheep
that's not in it yet.
Update for getting their votes for the Steam Awards. And now they've hiked up the price 100% in preparation for Ark coming out of early access.
Why not do it when it comes out of early access, surely? I don't understand.
It went from $30 to $60 or $23 to $50 to ensure retail parity. Match the price of the console versions ahead of the game's launch in August. So the game is still in early access right now.
It's getting bug fixes presumably before launch.
But the price has been almost doubled, basically.
Yeah. What do you normally expect from these things? When games come out of early access, once they remove the early access, then they change the pricing.
You have
normal.
So you have like early access, they do a bunch of updates, then they go, they release, then preferably on release they have the 1.0 update, which is like everything they wanted to put into the game before the game released, and then they put the price up.
Yeah. So normally, like in early access, it's cheaper because like you don't know what you're getting. So they make it cheaper, and then when it comes out of it, they then put it to like full price basically. But I don't know why they're doing it before. So they've got DLC already for a game that's not out yet, and they've put the price already. Like why? What are they attempting to do here? Like, are they running out of money?
So over at PC Gamer, Zarko Western Wood, they talked to a couple of actual early game developers.
Like a
And they
Super
asked them
Ednatic
about
coming
this.
out.
And they said Red Hook Studios' Darkest Dungeon, for example, was bumped from $20 to $25 when it left early
Yeah,
access.
but it's upon exiting it, not before.
So it's no surprise Tyler Sigmund, co-founder and director, supports the general idea.
No, I'm fine with... That's not my problem. My problem isn't it's increasing the price. My problem is increasing the price before it's officially out of early access. What's the point of that? I don't understand.
But he was saying like he supports the idea of a price hike on release because he said you want to reward the early adopters by giving them a discount to the and how they influence the game.
Our main man Notch did this with Minecraft. So I don't have a problem with that. That's not my issue with this.
They've got a picture of Prison Architect.
Mark Morris. What's he said?
Introvision Software, which released Prison Architect via early access, offered another perspective. I think that when you first price a game, even in early access, you anchor it to a particular price point. Significant increases are always going to be perceived as a problem. If I'm being honest, I think that a doubling of the price is a pretty bitter pill to swallow. I'm not sure it's something I would be comfortable doing.
Well, that is Mark Morris, though. So
is he in the
in the videos?
Yeah. I don't play Prison Architect, but every single Prison Architect update video I watched because they are so bloody entertaining. If you don't know Mark Morris, watch the Prison Architect update videos. They're very entertaining, and I think he's a very smart guy.
Yeah, he is. Both the people in the videos are very smart, I think. But Mark Morris is he's led the company.
So if you look like Darkest Dungeon when it left early access went up $5. Kerbal Space Program when it left early access went up $10.
Yeah.
Invisible Ink went up $4. Visitor Cleanup Detail went up $3.
Well, we can also talk about Minecraft went from 5 in alpha to 10. Was it 15? 10. It went from 5 to 10 or 5 to 15 to beta. Then when it released, it went then to like 20 or 30. I can't remember which one it exactly is. And to me, those seem quite reasonable. But it's still like quite low on the scale. Like $60 is quite high.
Yeah.
Like it's a proper full game. I guess it is a proper full game, but it's been so low for so long.
The weirdest thing is that it's going to be in early access for several weeks, and the price hikes already happened.
That's what I want. That's what I want to ask the people who've been through early access before, the devs who've been done that. It's like, why would they do this before it's released? No one's done that. I don't understand.
So Hugh Jeremy of Subnautica, a fantastic early access game.
Yep.
Developer of Unknown World, said games like Ark usually don't go for $60. Many great games on Steam are setting very low prices for a huge amount of fun. For example, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds at $30, Rocket League and Rust at $20. You might feel like your game is worth $60. You might like throwing silly terms like AAA around in riff. Every time I hear AAA, I think of Jim Sterling going AAA titles around in reference to your work. Whenever you feel doesn't matter, suck it up. What matters is how the market feels. If you're at $60 delivering the same amount of fun as the next guy who is at $20, you're going to get owned. People are going to feel like you put more value in than you give them back. So be humble, read the market. At every stage of development, position your price both in proportion to the enjoyment your game creates and with respect to your enjoyment providing other games. Yeah.
I think I agree with that.
So these are people I would trust though, like
Mark Morris
and Hugh Jeremy of one of probably my favourite early access game of all time, Subnautica.
I think they're both very trustworthy people.
But there just seems to be so much controversy around Ark before it's left early access.
Yeah, but like when Ark first came out, like it didn't have much control. Like for like a year, it didn't have any control. Then suddenly, like they started getting more and more. Like I realized it's only like 3, but they're still quite big ones. I would maybe not the Steam Award ones is too big, but I think it's still important. But this and then the DLC during early access are quite big ones, I think. And so they could have just not done any of this, and they could have kept a good PR. I don't know what they're doing.
They're drunk.
Yeah,
They're bloody drunk.
They must be.
So next topic is Logitech, the They make microphones, webcams, mouses, headsets.
Don't know who Logitech is.
Yeah.
Get out from under your rock. And,
So Logitech picked up the gaming hardware maker Astro for 85 million. What do you think it
not
is?
quite Mojang 2 billion.
It's a strategic move because Astro's very focused on the console market.
Yeah.
So maybe we're going to see some like.
What do you think they're going to be doing? Like third-party peripherals?
I think they're keeping the Astro brand though.
Okay.
So the blog posting against the Astro brand, and their also products aren't going anywhere. So it seems like Logitech will still be on PC, and then I think the Astro brand is going to try and move more into console, but they might bring some Astro products to PC as well.
I'll be interested to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not a small amount, 85 million, but it's not a huge amount either.
I mean, to us, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
But like in terms of like
A company.
Minecraft selling for a couple of billion.
That's a lot though.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
That's a lot
amount.
of money.
But it's not reached 100 million. So
anyway, Rainbow Six Siege is adding loot boxes to fucking to the game. What do you think of this? Neither of us actually play Rainbow Six Siege.
Too little, too late to get money out of this thing.
Alpha Packs, a chance-based loot system that Ubisoft gave players a head up. And the blind boxes would be added earlier this year, although they've taken a while to materialize. So they told everyone that the loot boxes were coming soon, TM, and now they finally put them into the game.
Does anyone want that though?
I don't know. I can't actually like loot boxes in Heroes of the Storm, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but that's a place where it makes sense.
Mm.
It's places like I guess like Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
I don't understand like what's it for?
What's it for? I mean, I think it can give content to people that wouldn't be able to get it otherwise. It's kind of the way they did it in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That you couldn't get like certain skins in Heroes of the Storm because they were locked off through a paywall kind of. They got people to come in and buy the characters, and then you have to buy the skins with real money.
Yeah, but the base game is free.
Now with the loot boxes, I've got like a bunch of like skins now that I couldn't otherwise get.
But that's where it should be used. Like the base game is free, and then like loads of things are locked off, and you can buy for it, or you can unlock it through a loot box.
Pay for easier access
and
to,
convenience.
cosmetic items.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. But I mean, if I guess it's only going to be in Rainbow.
They said the Alpha Pack's designed to only give cosmetic items.
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
So skins and unknown exclusives and legendary tier items, which will be exclusive to the loot box system. So you can only get these items through the loot box, but they're all cosmetic.
Yeah.
So I don't think I really have a big problem with that.
No, I don't have a big problem with that. I'm not like other people. It's like, oh, if it's a bought game, you should get everything.
Well,
I don't feel a massive
think the
problem.
next one we have more to say about, which was
loot
boxes in Starcraft 2. This makes such little sense to me.
I have no interest in this.
So they added the war chest system to Starcraft 2, and basically you can buy the war chest and it gives you access to earning things.
Yeah, so you have to actually buy to start unlocking them. You can't, you don't get drops until you've bought the thing to get them.
So you can buy each individual race's object for $10, or you can buy the entire collection for $25.
Yeah. But I just don't understand that. Why would you go, so you've paid a lot of money for the base game, the first DLC, the second DLC, and you're like, do you want to drop another 25 on all three races for multiplayer stuff? Does anyone care?
Apparently I'm not allowed to type in the StarCraft forums because I only have a starter account. But I don't play StarCraft anyway, so...
No, but to me, as someone who has played it in the past, I understand the want to customize what your stuff looks like, and it is kind of they look cool, right? I like the look of it, but is it worth the money though?
It's $10 each.
Yeah, they're cool looking, but
to earn these.
Yeah. So it's $10 not to get these. It's $10 to start earning to get these. That's what I don't understand even more though. it's something that I don't see that, like, maybe people do want this, and I'm just abnormal here, but even if you do want this, why would you have to pay to start getting these? Like, why not just reward people that have already bought your game? I don't understand. But man, have like the normal Overwatch thing is like, you can pay to get it extra, like quicker, like buy lots of loot boxes, but then everyone always gets it for free, like after every game once you reach a certain amount of experience.
Yeah, the actual like loot boxes and heroes actually makes me play the game more.
Yeah, it makes sense. In a lot of games,
but I don't have to buy a pass to get loot boxes.
I don't understand why they can't have the same system where every match you get either you get a loot box or you get experience towards a loot box. But you can also pay money to get loot boxes.
I don't understand how a game that is free to play is more fair to free to play players than a game where you have to purchase the base game.
You've already paid. If you paid them on launch like £120, like in total, something like that. I can't remember what the prices are.
Maybe they just gave up on Heroes of the Storm. It's like, it's not making any money anymore. Let's just give them loot boxes.
Loot boxes on Starcraft.
Well, Starcraft definitely not making any money. So this is like a desperate attempt. Like,
but why? But if they're not making any money, like how is this? Why not just have a normal loot box system? Because that seems to make money in every other game. Why make this weird loot box system that's unlike any other Blizzard game?
They're like trying to build hype around Starcraft because they got the Brood War remaster coming out as well.
This is not hyping me for Starcraft. This is the opposite.
When I saw this, I was like, I want to play Brood War remastered because this is a bunch of shit.
I went. This is a shit. This puts far less trust.
Blizzard's trying to make a bunch of money on Starcraft while destroying the reputation of Starcraft 2. So everyone goes, "Fuck this game! I just want to play Brood War." Oh wait, there's Brood War remastered. Play it now.
But why would I? But surely what I would do is pay. I actually won't pay for that necessarily, but. I don't know. I just don't like this loot box system. It makes no sense to me. Just have a normal loot box system, then I'll be fine with it.
Okay. Next topic. Valve went into a video of at Unite Europe 2017 about how they kind of recommend games to people. And basically, what they were showing is how they kind of look at a player's games that they look at and use that to get the information to recommend the games. They said basically they examine a player's library, individual play times on the games, to individually curate game recommendations based on their actual interests. So if you've seen recently, it said stuff like, is this game relevant to you?
Yeah.
Or if they say we'd recommend this game to you because your friends want it, or it's similar to other games you've played in the past. They said they don't want a system where it's a small group of people at Valve who sit down and go, you'll probably want this game. It's kind of this AI learning what games you want to play, and you're kind of yourself teaching the computer to
every time you
show you what
play a game or buy a game or stuff in your library, and then also your friends have and the stuff you look at and
they
wish
said
list.
They've been giving you more tools to kind of go, I want to see these type of games, but I don't want to see these type of games. I want to give you more filters, which I think is a good idea. But then again, the one counterpoint I would say is sometimes I find a game that is in a genre I can't stand, but I love it. Like,
that happens sometimes.
I think Dunkey talked about this in his Game Critics video.
Oh, well, he hated turn-based stuff and he hated anime games. Yeah, but Persona 5 is like both, but he likes it.
Yeah, like I can't stand walking simulators, but I love the Stanley Parable. That is a fantastic game.
Yeah, and like it's completely different. Like the reasons why you like it is like understandable. It's nothing like any other walking simulator. But from Steam's point of view, it's like another
Steam's point of view would go, you've blacklisted walking simulators.
Yeah.
You don't want to play the Stanley Parable.
Can I also make another suggestion to Valve?
Yeah.
You know how you've got an not interested, follow, wish list? Can I have an interested button, please? So I can tell your AI what I like without having to add it to my wish list, but also saying I like it, but also don't want to follow it. Is that possible?
I feel like if there was you're saying like a ground in between
wish list
wanting a game and
interested in it, maybe. Yeah. Because now more than ever, that's going to be more important.
I think that's what Valve considers the follow button, though.
No, that's completely different. Follow is it tells you all the stuff about it. That's not.
But in Valve's eyes,
I know, but I'm saying it's completely different. Wishlist is like you add it to something that you're going to buy at some other point. It's like fine, But then follow is like every event that they do, you will get notified through Steam.
It's super annoying.
So there needs to be, if you want to have those two things, fine. But then you need to have an interested button then to counteract that, which isn't as extreme as those two versions.
Sometimes I'll get like recommended something that isn't out yet.
Yeah.
Or it's like in early access, and sometimes I go, this looks interesting, but I'm not sure I'd buy it. So I put it on like follow, and then I get updates about what stuff they're changing about the game.
There's lots of things that on my wish list that I'd rather have on an interested list.
Yeah. Anyway, next topic is Pixelmon. So if you don't know, Pixelmon was a huge modded Minecraft mod that added a bunch of different 3D Pokemon to the world, and you capture them and you play Pokemon.
It's basically Pokemon in Minecraft.
And
let's be honest.
The Pokemon company has basically shut down Pixelmon. They have Nintendo's got a very colourful history of
doing
shutting down fan projects. They shut down Pokemon Uranium, the fan-created
which looked really
Pokemon, emulation kind of.
It looked really cool.
I think it was like emulating Pokemon.
And wasn't emulating like all of them into one or something?
I think they had original Pokemon.
As well. They put everything into one and added stuff on as well.
What else was I going to say? Oh, so they've shut this down. One thing they haven't shut down is Pokemon in Roblox. Yes, that's right. There was an original Pokemon game in Roblox,
which has all the Pokemon
called Pokemon Brown Brick.
Doesn't that
they haven't shut down?
Doesn't that also have all the Pokemon in? Like from like first generation to whatever generation.
Yeah, it has like all of the Pokemon generations as well.
That's crazy. Will Roblox ever be stopped?
Yeah.
Find out next time on Nintendo News.
So the Pixelmon mod featured 180 Pokemon at the time and now boasts 523 Pokemon, reflecting the team's commitment to updates that were put ahead of others. Similar mods with, as sometimes happens with fan-made stuff, it remained in beta for an extended period of time until its full release earlier in July, so this month. So it actually released. And
came out of early access and got stomped on.
Then the Pokemon company talked to Pixelmon and said they wanted them to shut down the project.
See, I'm always the type of person that's like, what if I just didn't though?
One of the Pixelmon admins said, we always expected something like this to happen eventually, especially since the announcement of an official Pokemon Go for the Nintendo Switch. So it's a shame that it comes to an end, especially with the amazing community of players, users, running servers, YouTube, streamers, and of course our own creation team. So it seems like Nintendo are like, we're going to make a Pokemon game for the Switch, we need to shut this down, because it's like Pokemon on PC.
That's so stupid though. They're not understanding they're still going to make the same amount of money, they're not doing anything.
It's like advertising for Pokemon though.
It's like, it's like, you know how there's quite a lot of like Witcher mods and like other things?
Yeah.
Like and like obviously they allow it because CD Projekt Red aren't arseholes.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically free advertising. Whenever you see that, you're like, oh, Witcher. Mm. It's like every time I see like a mod with the Witcher stuff, and it's like I instantly think of like wanting to play the games. I don't understand Nintendo. Nintendo are just really backwards.
Fucking Nintendo. Back at it again.
Well, I know we have probably like a bias, like because we do have problems with Nintendo based on content ID itself, but I honestly still think they're still backwards, even without the content ID stuff and everything else they've done. It's just like just allow fan-made games to come out. Like, what's the problem?
What's the big fucking deal? What's the big fucking deal?
If a fan-made project comes out, I'm not gonna not buy your new Pokemon game. I'm more likely to buy it. I understand if like they're trying to make money from it. Like, fine, that's a trademark issue, but they're not.
The problem with copyright law is that they kind of have to do this because the second you don't dispute your copyright, you kind of lose the rights to it.
Yeah, it's
this really fucked up thing with copyright.
It's a really short way of I don't see why copyright needs to do that, but
because we saw like with I don't know if I talked about this, but there was a World of Warcraft mod called Warcraft Tales or something, where people were creating they were adding voice acting to all the quests, and they're adding like their own original quests as well.
Yeah.
Through voice acting to World of Warcraft, and it looked really good. It was made by Belial, the quite famous World of Warcraft YouTuber.
Yeah.
And the project was shut down because even though the World of Warcraft devs were really interested by it and were really excited to play it, Blizzard's legal team said it was too close to a third-party expansion,
Yeah.
and they had to shut it down because otherwise they wouldn't be able to shut down anyone else's third-party expansion to the game.
Yeah, I think that law system needs to change for copyright. That's kind of stupid.
Well, if devil's advocate, if you look at the other way, and someone makes like a third-party add-on for a game, and you go, "Oh, this is okay," and someone else makes one, and you go, "This is not okay."
Yeah, but I think that's okay because you're the original owner of the copyright. You should be allowed to say what's not okay and what is okay.
But then, at what point are you allowing people to make third-party copyright without overhead? And what point are you taking people into the fold of Blizzard and kind of employing them as kind of third-party developers almost? And that's where it really gets sticky legal issues, and this is where we kind of come into like what Bethesda's doing, where they're kind of turning modders into third-party developers.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that at all.
The Bethesda Creator Club.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with that at all, though. Like, I don't see...
Yeah,
I just think copyright laws need to be changed.
It's just law stuff is a bunch of bureaucracy bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's what's the problem. That needs to be changed.
I don't think that's ever going to change, though. You're saying the laws need to change. And,
laws always change.
But not
slowly.
Not the ones set in stone like copyright law.
Yeah, I'm
copyright
yeah, but
law
I'm saying
overnight.
it shouldn't be set in stone because no law should be set in stone.
I definitely think more copyright law needs to be made up for, especially things on the internet like YouTube videos,
transformative
games.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff that's turned into transformative.
We're
content.
not just also taking down a video because you've done a video of the game. It's like that video is not the same as playing the game in any way. But yeah, you can
have my cookies, piece.
But you can take it down and pretend and say oh yeah, you're clearly just redistributing the game. It's like no, you're not. A video of the game is not the same as the actual game at all in any way. And we need copyright law to protect users and mainly YouTube users actually from that, but also some other websites as well. Fair use would be fantastic.
Fair use policy needs to be updated.
Yeah, that definitely needs updated.
Anyway, next topic is RuneScape is coming to mobile.
That's great news, right?
In 2018, RuneScape, I think it's called RuneScape 3, is the title of the new RuneScape, and old school RuneScape are both coming for a full release in 2018. And this isn't a mobile version of RuneScape, as in a dumbed down version of RuneScape.
It's the same game.
It's not a separate version of the game. This is the mobile client for RuneScape, the game. The interfaces will be optimized for mobile, but there will be persistent cross-platform play between the mobile versions and the computer version.
Basically the same servers as the ones on PC, just different way of controlling stuff. Which
I thought this was really interesting, though, because I don't play RuneScape.
Well, I asked our good friend Scrum Retorts.
Scrum Retorts is a big RuneScape
he said,
fan.
yeah, this game is perfect for mobile. It's the perfect mobile game.
Yeah. And
it's like, I can easily see myself playing this while playing another game.
People were saying, Ice beside him while he's IRL streaming should get his phone out and start playing RuneScape on the go while he walks around.
Back to the roots.
Talking to random people. But yeah, that's really cool.
I don't know why it's taken so long, but whatever the reason is, it's good that it's coming out now, I guess, for people who like RuneScape. I don't think they're going to attract any more people, though.
We're actually, where we are in Cambridgeshire, we're actually quite close to the Jagex headquarters.
Yeah, they're actually quite close to us.
Yeah.
Just go and say hi.
I wouldn't know what to say to anyone there because I don't play RuneScape.
Nice.
Nice.
Just say nice. No, not nice meme. Just nice.
Happy Easter.
If they say anything to you that isn't a question, just
nice.
A statement, just say nice.
I'll just go up to them and go, "What arm thing, homie? See ya." That's the only thing I know about RuneScape is from watching Ice Poseidon.
How about buy GF?
But want to buy GF in wavy font. I played it very little, when I was fucking 12 or something, like
Yeah.
fucking 10 years ago.
When it was big at school here.
I played it very little though.
I didn't play very much of it either. I played
I
like...
got to about level 30. I had like adamantium armor.
You played more than me. I got to like level 3.
And all I did was I sold rune essence in the bank. Eventually, it was like rune essence 10G each or something. Just kept spamming it over and over again to make money, and I eventually just quit because I got bored of that.
You got much further than I ever did.
Yeah, I never had membership though. I had friends who were members, but I never got that far.
No one wants membership stuff. It's like Adventure Quest. No one wants Guardian.
People fucking love this game. Like, there's 91,000 people online at the moment on RuneScape 3. I don't know if it shows you on Old School RuneScape or if that's RuneScape 3 and Old School RuneScape.
I mean, there's not lots of people, but there's still lots of people for what it is, I guess.
It's a very odd game.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I was saying something, but I forgot.
I do not take responsibility for that.
RuneScape is a game with oh yeah, okay. I was saying people are willing to pay membership for it. They're also willing to like buy gold, which is like buying bonds basically.
Okay.
Or you can buy the Chinese bonds that don't support Jagex, if you know what I'm saying. Lots of people like sell and buy gold legally in this. It's like the MMO curse where you get like Chinese gold sellers in WoW and all that shit.
Yeah.
But Jagex does officially sell gold basically, like WoW does now, with the bond system. I know that. But what I was saying was people aren't willing to pay for memberships, and they're also willing to even buy memberships to dedicated clients to play RuneScape better.
Oh, okay, that's pretty. That actually be pretty good, actually.
I think there's like a third-party RuneScape client. I'll just look it up quickly. What it's called? I think there's like a bunch. OSRS, I think it's called. OSRS. Old School RuneScape Buddy or something? No, maybe that's just Old School RuneScape. There's some sort of client that a lot of people use that RuneScape Buddy or something, and it's like a subscription service, so you have to like buy a subscription to it, and people are willing to buy this because it's a lot easier to play Old School RuneScape through it.
Yeah. Which
I think is quite interesting. Anyway.
Who wants to play RuneScape at this day and age?
Skull and Retorts.
Other than the Skull and Retorts.
I think there's like a demand for people. But
do you think they're going to get new people, though?
I think anyone who doesn't already play RuneScape isn't going to suddenly go, I can play it on my phone, and then going to start playing on their phone. It's going to be people who used to play RuneScape and go, I can play that on the phone now while I'm not on my computer.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is RuneScape shows how successful making official legacy servers can be, because Old School RuneScape 2007 Scape is very successful in its dedicated fan base. So Blizzard, I'm looking at you.
Bring it back.
Next topic is Bethesda, and Bethesda have done something uncharacteristic of Bethesda and done something pro-consumer for once.
First time this year, I think.
I think they've made a sacrifice to the devil, because we've got update 6.66 as in Doom theme, and the ultimate Doom update, all DLC unlocked, and there's a free weekend as well when this was released, which was July 19th.
Yeah. It's like the week before last weekend, right?
Yeah.
I can do basic maths.
But the thing is, all the DLC for Doom anyway is multiplayer DLC. So I think they're trying to tie together they're trying to tie together all the multiplayer DLC to make it so the multiplayer community isn't so split, basically.
Right, okay. Which is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think many people played the multiplayer for Doom. I wish there was some single-player DLC.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Because the single-player campaign for Doom is fantastic. I know a lot of my friends bought Doom in the Steam Summer Sale. They're also updating the price. So they said an ultimate price that actually... so they're giving you a chance to try it on free weekend, and they're also reducing the price. So it's now $14 or £12 in the UK.
That's pretty good.
For the whole thing.
It's not even that old of a game, really.
No, Doom 2016.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well done, Bethesda.
You did something nice for once. So I thought,
we'll talk about that.
I harp on, Bethesda and people for doing scummy shit, but they finally did something nice for once, and I thought, well, I'll give it to you this one time, Bethesda. You still have awful review policies.
We'll give it. Yeah.
And I'm still very unsure about the Creator Club. But if you're willing to actually put a team together to successfully implement paid mods and pay them as third-party developers, I'll be very interested in, purchasing that and using that.
I think at the end of the day, it's the actual modders who have that say, but we'll see how that goes.
So, quick piece of news, Blizzard won't support old operating systems. They're dropping XP and Vista support. Basically, Warcraft 3... Not Warcraft, like World of Warcraft, Starcraft 2, Diablo 3, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm. You can't play them in XP anymore.
If you're still using XP or Vista.
XP. I think it was China that was keeping XP in business for so long because so many of their systems were built on Windows XP.
Apparently loads of companies have XP built upon, or systems built upon XP.
I think it's time to upgrade to 7 or 10, I would say. If you're a Windows user, I don't know.
You say that, but there's unofficial patches for XP still, so...
Do people... Can you play Blizzard games on a Linux? I don't actually know.
I think you can, because you can play them on
just
Apple.
Double check. Linux support for Blizzard games. Does it exist?
Seems to be. Mesa still recurring support on Linux games much easier.
I don't think they do support them. Officially, at least.
Okay.
5 months ago, there was a petition for Blizzard games on Linux.
They just support Apple and...
I think it's on Mac and Windows that you can play it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're on Windows XP still, I'd definitely recommend upgrading your system anyway. Unless it's... I don't think Windows 7 would... It would just make your system run better, I think. Even if you had old hardware.
I'm not sure about that, but...
Because they improve like boot times and health.
Yeah, but Windows 7 has a huge amount of RAM requirements to use. Yes. Even if you remove all the graphical settings.
Well, if you can't upgrade your toaster and you're still on XP and you're not willing to upgrade, then unlucky.
You don't. Well, like I said, there's lots of unofficial patches.
I mean, no one really gives a shit about Vista. Let's be honest. It is probably one of the worst operating systems in recent years.
If you use Windows XP, you're like, oh yeah, I need to worry about this. But then Vista, no one uses that.
So we saw recently on E3, we saw Dying Light was going to get a year of free updates, and we finally got the first video on the first update, which I think is Harder Enemies in Haran. There's 10 pieces of free DLC coming all this year. It's one of the main reasons I bought it in the Steam sale was because I knew that they were constantly updating the game with events, new content, that sort of stuff.
Makes sense.
In the next coming week, we're introducing enemies to the game. Content Drop 0 is a taste of new things coming to the game before the 10 free DLCs and 12-month campaign fully launches later this year, a press release reads. So Techland, the devs of Dying Light, they definitely said they're listening to the community, and they said they want people to email in them, host community events. They want them to say how we can tweak the gameplay and how we can balance the game better, basically.
So basically they're listening to the community and they're going through their promises.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's good to hear.
Next piece topic is Black Mesa Source. They said that they are still working on Zen. They've got a lot of the exterior done for the Zen now, and they've shared more screenshots, and they have updated the lighting engine.
It does look good.
And color correction, and they've done some animations and various stuff like that. They fixed the engine.
But it's still coming out soon.
Yeah.
TM.
The next piece of topic is there was a Pokemon Go event. So this was actually live streamed on Twitch. And if you ever want to see a convention getting hated super hard, then watch the Pokemon Go conference. I can probably show you a video of... This is the CEO of Niantic, the company that makes Pokemon Go. So basically, I'll set it up. So they had a convention at Chicago for Pokemon Go, and the idea was you come here, and Niantic had set it up so that you could catch... This is following the Legendary Pokemon update, where you can catch Legendary Pokemon and they created this big festival for Pokemon Go fans where you can come and capture the stuff, and they'd make kind of rarer Pokemon spawn at this festival, and they've all paid money to come here. And the game was completely broken for the entirety of the event. It was glitchy. The servers weren't working. Niantic had been, harped on for ages because they haven't been updating the game and ignoring fans.
Yeah.
And they have the audacity to host a fucking event like this when their game is so broken.
I don't know why they didn't fully test this.
So this is the CEO of Niantic coming onto stage.
It's time to introduce you to something or someone else. Please help me welcome to the stage the CEO of Niantic, Mr. John Hayes.
He did not get a warm reception to Pokemon Go. If you want to watch the full Twitch live stream, there'll be clips of it, but there's people getting booed at. Poor Seltzer's just a host. She's been working in esports for years, and she was having water bottles thrown at her.
Yeah.
People booing her. What else? They showed 30 seconds of uninterrupted, someone playing Pokemon Go and on their phone, the connection stopped and their servers weren't working at the event. But basically, it was a huge fucking failure, and they've refunded everyone who was at the event, and they've given them $100 worth of Pokecoins, which is the in-game currency for Pokemon Go. Oh, there was a chant as well when they were talking, where it was just people were chanting, "Fix the game, we can't play."
That's a good chant. I can get behind that.
But for a game that made reportedly $1 billion in revenue, you'd like to think that they could actually get that app to run, basically.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
Kind of
They
ridiculous.
didn't test this before such a big event.
So yeah, because they just released a big update for the game, and then they have this bad press as well.
Yeah.
I thought Pokemon Go was pretty dead. It's pretty dead on Twitch and stuff. People aren't streaming anymore. It kind of died.
No.
People wanted a full battle system.
Yeah.
So that's the update. They've been waiting for the Legendary update, and they kind of want a bigger update to how the combat system works, and they're kind of waiting for that. But I think it just took too long, and the hype's kind of dying down. Or it's died, and people are pissed off at Niantic.
I think it's pretty dead.
Because
yeah.
they, you see this with a lot of big companies like Twitch and Blizzard and stuff, where they don't communicate with their fans.
No.
So Niantic has been silent, just retweeting a bunch of PR stuff and not addressing the issues with the game or anything. And yeah, people are pissed off. But that's almost the end of the podcast. We got Tony's wishlist now.
The thing we've all been waiting for is. Have you been waiting for it?
No,
you haven't.
I definitely
Okay.
have not. Well, that was so. I actually seen this game, Gigantic.
Okay.
So I was looking up Heroes of the Storm guides, and one of the advertisements was for Gigantic. So it's kind of a free to play.
I don't know. I just thought it looked interesting.
Why do you have this on your wishlist, Tony? Because it's safe to say you're not a MOBA fan.
I've never played a MOBA. I would say I'm not a MOBA fan. Just I need to find the right one.
Right.
That's my excuse.
And
I don't know. I just
you
thought.
think a kind of shooter arena MOBA style of game would be interesting to you?
Yeah. I prefer this sort of.
Is it third person?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's more
It's
Smitey.
kind of like Smite, yeah.
But I like the look of Smite, but I've not yet played it.
Right.
So I don't know. I just thought it looked interesting, so I thought I'll add it to my interested list.
Every time I get interested, I'm like, Smite looks kind of good. And then I look at High Res Studio and their kind of buddy relationship with G2A.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not sure about High Res Studios.
High Res Studio used to be okay. They seem to be going downhill very quickly.
Well, on my old computer, every time I tried to launch a High Res Studio game, it always crashed my computer. So
What?
It was a weird thing.
Okay.
Must have been their engine or something, but it always broke.
I wonder if it snapped something in your graphics program somehow and then shut everything down. I don't know.
But you have it on your wish list, Tony. But once again,
it's not.
It's a free-to-play game.
No. Like I've said, it's my interested list. It's not on my wish list.
There is no such thing as an interested
Well, that's
list.
not my problem.
That's Steam's problem.
Yeah, it's on my interested list.
Okay. I do actually like the art style, because Matt saw this the other day, and he said it looks really interesting.
I like the art style.
Well, maybe you should play it and find out if you like it, this
That
mode.
requires time and effort.
See, You put things on your interest list and you're not actually interested
I'm not
in them.
at the I'm interested in it, but not right now.
Okay.
But I want to remember it. Is basically what I do.
What is Eisenhorn Xenos?
Oh yeah, I was just going through like some.
Is it an immersive, fully 3D adventure game adapted from Xenos, the first book in Game Shop Workshops? Isn't that the Warhammer?
It's
guys?
It's a Warhammer thing.
A best-selling
I
Eisenhorn
just
trilogy
thought-
written by
I don't
award-winning author Dan Abnett, set in the grim, dark future Warhammer 40,000. Eisenhorn Xenos lets you experience firsthand and then it ends there.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but like the Warhammer stuff was on sale for a bit.
Right.
So I was just going through that list, and like, this one was like, it's still mixed. Like I get it. Most of them are like negative. Like other stuff like Battlefleet Gothica is already on my wish list and things. But I just thought this looks interesting enough to
Is
me
there
that I would want to
fighting in
know.
this?
I don't know. The stories sound pretty cool to
There's
me.
a lot
So
of walking around. Like I always find the Warhammer universe weird, where it's like Space Marines and then there's like Vermintide, where it's like certain medieval times.
yeah, that's
magic.
that's where they start. They still have magic in space. That's just
Right.
where they started from 40,000 years ago.
Right.
Does that make sense? I'm not like that much of a lore head.
I'm not a Warhammer fan. You'd have to ask Matt.
Yeah, but I've been slowly getting into it more and more, like over the past year, and I'm learning more and more of them slowly. And it's quite cool. Like, it's not like I don't think it's like my main like series of anything, but I still think it's still pretty cool though. And I just thought this was a cool story, and it's like it might be like a average game at best, but I think this will be pretty cool to play at some point. I mean, it's also only £15. I'm okay to spend £15 on an alright game.
I'm not okay to spend £15.
To be fair, it was. I think it was £6.50 in the sale.
So the Steam version has all the future DLC. Let's read the reviews because it's got mixed reviews.
Yeah.
It has a glitch that no one can fix in the middle of the game. People found this the most helpful.
How's that helpful? Sorry.
Because
what's the glitch?
It seems like everyone is experiencing a glitch in the middle of
Yeah.
the game that they can't get past.
But when they say a glitch in the middle of the game, does that mean it's a game that breaks
I've
the game and you can't play it
I've played
past?
some games with some weird glitches, like Prototype 2, where it won't launch if you have a keyboard plugged in, and one point you have to disable some of your CPU cores to get past this certain section of the game.
That's my main boss. That's the most difficult
The
boss in the game.
CPU core boss is very hard to defeat. So is this kind of more story driven because it's based on the book?
Yeah, I think it is more story driven. That's why I kind of.
The game uses a basic third person view, which is not bad. A little glitchy, and the graphics aren't great either. I did enjoy the game regardless, even if it's oversimplistic and not current in graphics. Unfortunately, the abrupt ending ruined it for me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this at all.
No, I wouldn't. The
think graphics look real bad.
Yeah.
I don't think the story sounds interesting. I'm not interested in the Warhammer universe at all.
But to me, the story sounds interesting enough that I could at least add it to my wish list.
Not
interested list.
I'm not interested in it.
No, I would. No, I think. Would you say like Warhammer's like a Marmite?
Is a Marmite? No, I don't think you either love it or hate it.
Do you know?
I don't think it's that polarizing.
Okay.
I don't think it's polarizing. I just think
you just don't like it.
No. So what? I've seen a lot of this actually. Isn't this like people like the Yogscats and stuff have been trying to push this game?
I've seen them play it. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't actually see. Like I actually first saw it on like my queue before I saw it on the Oscar stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
But this has only been recently added to your.
Yeah.
They've been talking about this for years.
Yeah, I know, but I never really looked at their stuff on this. I never like processed it or even like actively tried to remember it.
I just saw like some videos from like Terps, I think, ages ago on this.
Yeah.
But I haven't really looked into it, and I've seen like recently on Twitter people are posting like you can be a Total Biscuit character if you type in this certain code, or a Jesse Cox character.
Others just a really cool concept.
Seems like they're getting like a bunch of influencers to add to the game. I don't know if they're getting paid for it. I think it might be like a paid promotion sort of thing.
Okay.
It seems that way to me, but no one's kind of disclosed that from what I could see, so I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it looked like a cool game. Without those
Run
outside
a Thieves
sources.
Guild in a Gaslight City, Antihero is a fast-paced digital board game with an Oliver twist. Recruit street urchins, hire thugs, start a gang, upgrade your guild, steal everything, and bribe, backbone, and assassinate your way to victory. Yeah, it started as a mobile game. I know that.
Yeah.
And it just looked too much like a mobile game to me. Like not
I don't know,
something I'd play
think
on my
it's-
computer.
I think it's got enough stuff for me to want this though.
Mm.
I mean, it's only £12. So it's not ridiculous. And
Wait, it's £12.
Yeah.
I thought this would be like free to play or something.
No.
Jesus.
I don't know. I think it's enough for £12 from what I've seen of it.
Strategy, indie, multiplayer, local multiplayer.
It would help if
Don't
it had
know
actual
this.
multiplayer, I guess. Is Blackstabbery a word?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. I don't know. I think there's enough here for £12.
Does it have online multiplayer? Yeah, it does.
Okay.
That's good.
I was going to say, it doesn't have online multiplayer. It's
Turn-based
pretty
strategy game. See, that's why I'm kind of not interested in it.
cool. Yeah? I don't know. To me, it just seemed like a really cool like board game, but on a computer thing.
Someone said, strip away the Victorian setting, the Thieves theme, all you have is a very shallow and watered-down board game of resource management. See, that's what I'm kind of scared of, that the art style's really nice,
Yeah.
and the theme is nice, but I'm kind of scared that it's just a boring resource management game.
Yeah,
The strategy elements.
you said that, but I like resource management games.
See, I'm
You
not.
don't
I'm
like
not a big
resource.
fan.
No, I like those sort of games. So
I'm not really interested, but I'm not going to put it on the not interested list. It's not that. It's not interested list.
so you saying you want a so bum?
So. Not really ever. Probably never going to purchase. Anyway.
Don't hate bum.
No, but that's the end of Tony's wish list. So we'll look at the Pixelmon tweet for this week, which is, I love this new direction that Mario is going. And we have Mario sitting next to the saddest man in Donk City saying, have you ever felt so sad that you don't see other people anymore? Please, Mario, throw your hat at me. Let me see the world through your eyes for a few seconds. I thought it was quite funny. Super Mario
I just feel like I get that weird feeling. That's like I feel like Japanese people are just like going, yeah, living in New York must be bad.
Anyway, so that's the end of the podcast. You can catch us on the Inbetween podcast VidMe, vid.me/Inbetween podcast, or you might be watching this. You might be watching it on YouTube, which is at And Everything In Between podcast, or you can follow me on social media, which is at Scorn2000. Recently, I was talking about watching Louis Theroux documentaries on surgery, where he was getting liposuction and I was eating some hummus, and I thought that was not a good combination. You
shouldn't be watching any medical thing while eating. It's my recommendation.
Have you ever seen that Hannibal TV series?
No.
Because he makes like gourmet food out of people, and every time I watch it, it always makes me really hungry. Like, I always like eat pizza while I'm watching Hannibal. Anyway, Facebook at Scorn2000.
I'm still not real.
Tony still hasn't made social media. That's the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.